Daisy, fight and return, only to learn she has lost something. Daisy.
It's the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod, the Pesto Pod.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pesto Pod. I hope everyone had a great week. I hope everyone's feeling well rested, rejuvenated. I hope you took your morning bloom nutrition or whatever the fuck you people do. Unsure. I had a pretty good week. I had a busy week, which is always good for Julia when she's got a busy week. That means good things lie ahead. I started off last week by going to the Great Gatsby. This is the second time that the Gatsby Broadway crew has invited me to the show. I've been once before, and I think it's great. Is it like my favorite show I've ever seen? No, but that's hard to do. It was pretty good. The first time I saw it, I had, who did I have? Jeremy Jordan, who was obviously fantastic. But I found that in being Gatsby, he put on this accent that I did not like. He was like, it was like that Shane Gillis bit about Jackie Robinson. That's the energy it gave. It was like, baseball, an American pastime, old sport. I was like, why is he fucking talking like this? Why is he talking like he's got a big cigar, chewing on a cigar, flipping a coin? You know, I don't like that. And then I had Eva Noblezada as Daisy, who obviously knocked my boots off. And then this time when I saw it, it was Ryan McCartan as Gatsby. I liked his Gatsby better. He is an amazing singer. Holy fucking shit. That guy has some pipes. He did give me a little bit of an ick, though, in personality. I have a feeling he, like, I don't know. I have a feeling he does face masks, gets his toes done. I don't know. He gives me a little bit of, I'm like, what's up with this guy? Why is he being like this? He's so weird. I don't know. I just get weird vibes from Ryan McCartan. Incredible singer. And I really liked his Gatsby. I think I liked it better than Jeremy Jordan. My Daisy was Sarah Hyland for Modern Family. Obviously, nowhere near as good as Eva Noblezada. That was to be expected. Better than I thought she'd be. Like, I didn't know she could sing at all, so I was pleasantly surprised. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like she cracked a little. She was straining a little. Great actress. And Daisy, there's a lot of acting that goes into Daisy because she's fucking annoying. Have you noticed in Great Gatsby, none of the characters are good? All of them are bad. I guess maybe Nick is good. None of the rest of them none of them have redeeming qualities. They're all selfish and terrible. They all annoy me. I'm sick of all of them. Cancel Great Gatsby. Cancel. No, but my God, that one song. Daisy. Look it up. And then the one on TikTok is always new money, old money, funny money. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you catch my drift? I did not have Samantha Pauly the second time around. I had her the first time. She was so good. Whoever I had the second time was not as good as her, but was still good. And that's my review. I went with my bestie, Sarah, and before the show, we got invited to a happy hour to celebrate like the new leads coming over and taking over the cast. And I love influencer events with theater influencers. I don't know. I feel so much more comfortable when I go to like the ones for clothes or makeup or skincare or whatever. I just find people are not as friendly and less approachable. Theater influencers, much more diverse group. Everyone's going up to each other and chit-chatting about this and that. And, you know, I mean, it doesn't hurt that we have a shared interest, obviously. And everyone's just way nicer, I feel like. So I actually really enjoyed myself. I had a pomegranate gin Ricky, one of the best cocktails I've ever had. And then they had past hors d'oeuvres, which I'm such a slut for past hors d'oeuvres. And one of them was a ricotta toasty. Oh, sweet Mother Mary. I would like a bakery industrial piping bag filled with whipped ricotta, salt and pepper, and maybe some lemon. And I want that piping bag fashioned so that it is in my butthole. And I want to butt chug a whole gallon of ricotta. And if you can't relate to that, We are not the same. We are not the same. We're on different paths in this life. Okay? So I went to Gatsby. The next day, I think the next day was pretty boring. I did have a date this week that went fairly well. I wasn't repulsed by him when it was over, so that's always a slay. He didn't vote. Now, can I get some input on this? Like, call in. I don't know if I can date a man who doesn't vote. I think that's weird. I know some people are like, well, I'd rather have a guy vote for Trump than not vote. No, I would like neither. I would like someone who voted for Kamala Harris. Is that so much to fucking ask? And then, yeah, he didn't vote. And then he was like, why? Who'd you vote for? And I was like, take a good hard look at me and guess who I fucking voted for. I'm sitting here with my like, I've got my little jeans and my little platform sneakers on. I'm wearing a sweater that has a strawberry on it. I got a nose ring, and I live in this city. Like, let's take a shot in the dark as for who I voted for. Dumb idiot. But actually, he's pretty sweet, and I think we're going to go on a third date. But he doesn't vote, so I don't know if that's going to go anywhere. Then the next day, I went to an influencer event for a skincare brand. I won't say what brand because these events are always so fucking weird. They're like, I like the products, but the events are always strangely intimate. First of all, everyone is like beauty or skincare. I don't know why I'm on their list of people to invite, but I'm always so far out of my element. I'm by far the ugliest person there. I literally look like if the Jolly Green Giant like waltzed into a fucking debutante ball. I look insane. And it's always like 8 people. Like, it's the smallest little events. It's very intimate. Everyone gets to know each other. Everyone's very friendly, but it's like, I'm like, do they know who I am and what I do? Why did I make I'm on the internet. I say jizz for a living. Like, what am I doing here? But I like the products, so I'm going to keep going. And then at this event that I went to on Wednesday, they randomly, I think they were developing a new hand cream, this skincare brand. So they were offering hand massages. It was the best. It was so nice. I love a hand massage. I love it. It gives me ASMR and puts me right to sleep. The only thing is, this woman who was giving me a hand massage, so kind and so nice, and was very interested in my career trajectory, which is so nice 99.9% of the time. But I was getting a hand massage and I was like this close to fully orgasming, and I was like Melanie or whatever your name is, please, like, I need you to lock in because I need to go to sleep and like be taken away on a whimsical, blissful cloud of relaxation right now, and you like asking me how I'm gonna make money after the TikTok ban is giving me agita. Do you understand? My nose is so itchy. What am I allergic to? Probably the piles of dust on this fucking table. Anyway, Wednesday night I got drinks with my improv friends. I do improv. NBD. And I really like the people in my improv class. I'm one of the younger ones for sure. I think everyone's like in their 30s. But I felt a little weird at this one because, I don't know, I always feel very bad about myself when people that are older than me are like, oh, when I was your age, like I was doing this, this, and this. And when I was your age, I could drink all this and still get up the next day. And I used to, my friends and I, went to this club. Where are the young people going out now? I really don't go out a lot, and then I feel very stupid. I feel like I'm like so boring, which I am. I'm a grandma. Like, I am not a club person at all. That's an understatement. I do not like where I can't hear anything but my own jaw vibrating. And I don't like when my skin is sweaty and it brushes against the sweaty skin of others. Sue me. Really not a club person. I do, like, when my friends and I go out, we go to like a pub or like, I don't know, cocktails. Usually it's like a happy hour situation. We don't go out late. I cannot tell you the last time I went out and stayed out. Well, okay, this weekend was an exception because I had a party. I'll get to that in a second. But I never stay out past what? Like 1 at the most. I like going to bed, god damn it. I like having some of the day tomorrow. I can't be hungover all day. And I love my apartment. I'm such a grandma because I'm 23, you know? And then when I talk to these people and they're like, no, you should be going out. Like, you should. I wish I was your age. You can't. You don't pray this time away, whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm 23. Should I be going out like every night? Like, that's what this is for. But I don't want to. I don't want to. Sorry. And that makes me feel bad. But it's the truth. Listen though, like if you're 23, go out, get drunk, do drugs, fuck a stranger, but only if you want to, do that stuff if you want to. I don't want to. I want to like sip a Guinness in a pub, talk about, silly little anecdotes and go to bed. Sorry. I'm boring McGee. Always have been. Always will be. But all of that changed because on Friday, it was my friend's birthday party. My friend Mariana, she's a friend of mine from home, from Rochester, New York. And she was having a birthday party, and the theme was to dress as a reality TV star. But let me preface this. Before her party, I had a gig. I had a stand-up show. It was so funny. There's this comedian, his name is Will Higgins. He invited me to do a set on his stand-up show. But if you are in the New York area, try to go see Bit by Bit comedy show with Will Higgins. He is so funny. So funny. But yeah, so I did my set, whatever. So it's like I couldn't go in a full costume. I needed to just be able to like bring, something to go over what I was already wearing or like props or something to be a reality TV star. Because I had a comedy set. I'm not going to go in a comedy set like fully dressed as fucking Buddy Valastro. You know what I'm saying? So originally my plan was to go as Abby Lee Miller. And I was just going to wear like a regular outfit, like jeans and a tank top or something. And then I was going to bring like a big t-shirt, a big black t-shirt, write Abby Lee Dance Company on it. And then maybe like put a roller in my hair and like do some crazy eyeliner or something. I thought that was good. But then on Thursday, I was at a Target, and don't you know what caught my eye? A hot pink sparkly bow. And I was like, I'm out here trying to be Abby Lee Miller. I should be JoJo motherfucking Siwa. So that's what I did. I had like a hot pink top and jeans and sneakers, and then I did my set like that. But then when it was time to go to the party, I had this like jean jacket with rainbow embroidery and then my hot pink bow, and I was JoJo fucking Siwa. If I wasn't coming from a show, I totally would have worn a tutu. I would have like gone on a hunt to find a cheap tutu, and I would have done like some crazy stupid makeup probably. Oh, I should have done her Karma makeup. Karma's a bitch. The funny thing is also, when I was at the Target looking for the bow, or when I found the bow, I was out and about because I was going to my local Forever 21. Now, listen to me. I think Forever 21 is the seventh gate of Dante's Inferno. It's where souls go to die. But I knew I needed just like a little prop. And I was honestly, I don't know why I thought in the back of my head, like I was like, there's probably a Dance Moms t-shirt at Forever 21. Because they sell the weirdest fucking shit. I was like, there's gotta be like an Abby Lee Miller or a JoJo Siwa or something t-shirt at Forever 21. There's gotta be. I go there and there's like, it's like a checker print fucking onesie that says I heart tacos. Like there's gotta be something that can be Dance Moms. There wasn't. But then I found that bow at Target. So, only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again. Did I do anything else exciting on Thursday? Probably not. I think I made broccoli cheddar chicken and it was good. Slay. So then came the day of the party. And I did my comedy show. I went to the party. It was so fun. People went all out. I don't watch a ton of reality TV. Everything reality TV-ish that I watch is a cooking show. So honestly, Guy Fieri would have been so good if I had more time. I would have tracked something down for that. But I went with the JoJo Siwa costume. I saw a lot of Real Housewives. I saw a lot of people wearing like bathing suits, and they were Love Island, which, if I was fit and toned, I'd be right there with you, gal. But I'm not, so I'm going to be JoJo Siwa. I saw a couple Kardashians. One girl, it was so funny. She had made a dress that like looked like a cake. Like it had frosting and sprinkles on it and stuff. And then her boyfriend was the cake boss. I thought that was so good. great theme idea for a party. And then I told this story on TikTok, but I met a guy there that was like tall and cute and obviously very straight looking. And so I was kind of flirting with him because he was wearing a Survivor Tocantins t-shirt. And I love me some Survivor. And that season is like prime in the middle of when I was in my Survivor phase. So I knew what I was talking about. And he was gay. He was gay. He was LGBTQ. I'm so for the gays, you know, like I'm so supportive, but I also would like to have sex with someone that is attracted to my gender. Not sure if that's too much to ask. Survivor Tocantins t-shirt. I was really caught off guard. And it got me thinking a lot about Survivor too, actually, because I really only watched Survivor. I'll tell you. Let me give you the lore. I watched season 11 of Survivor. I had to watch it for one of my classes in college because season 11, this is crazy. It's a special season. They had like a social experiment where they had Survivor race wars. You heard me correct. Race wars. They had 4 different teams going into Survivor. It was the white team, the black team, the Asian team, and the Hispanic team. What on earth? Who pitched that in the writer's room? And who was like, I like that. Picasso, let's do it. Oh my God. Crazy concept. And it's one of the greatest seasons of Survivor. It's insane. And I'll give you a hint. 4 of the finalists, like the top 4, none of them are white. The white people on the Race Wars season sucked, which checks. So because I had to watch that for class, I watched it and I finished it and I was like, oh wait, this is actually so fucking good. And then I kept watching. So I watched the next couple seasons, and this is good because this is when all of the like such amazing characters came into the Survivor universe. Cook Islands, we got Ozzy, Parvati, which love but terrible name, right? We can all agree. Parvati sounds a lot like poverty. This is my daughter, Poverty, and my son, Famine. And my other daughter, Disease. And my other son, Pollution. I don't know where I'm going with this. Horrible name. Who else was on it? Oh, Jonathan. He kind of sucks, though. There's a guy in my improv class that reminds me exactly of Jonathan, and we do not vibe. Candace is on the Race Wars season. Who else? I mean, Ozzy is such a good one. I love Ozzy. I would let him kiss me on the mouth. And then Tocantins was somewhere in not long after that, and that's such a good season. JT. Oh, sorry. You know what? This is spoiler alert because this all came out in fucking like 2008. So if you don't know this shit and you're planning on binging all of Survivor, there's like 50 seasons, that's your fault. So JT won the Tocantins. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because JT and Fishbach were the finalists. And Tocantins has my boy Coach. What a little weirdo. He's so annoying. He sucks. But something about him, I am so mesmerized. I'm like, keep talking your talk, Coach. Keep going. He calls himself the Dragon Slayer. He's super fucking weird. He goes in the water every morning. He does Tai Chi. And I'm like, who hired this man? And then I think season 20. So I guess I watched a full 10 years of Survivor. Season 20 is the best season, I think. Heroes versus villains. So good. You get all the past contestants. It's such good people. It's people from Race Wars. You got like Parvati, Candace Dick. I don't think Jonathan's on there, but you got such good Survivor names. You got Amanda is on that one. Russell, Evil Russell, Boston Rob, Coach comes back. Fucking who else we got? Who else is on Heroes? Oh, Rupert, Sandra. It's so good. It's so good. And it's let me tell you something. Winning Survivor, not that I think I could do it. I think I'd make it to day 3 and then I'd kill myself. But winning Survivor has nothing to do with surviving. Obviously not surviving in the wilderness, but I'm also not even talking about like winning the games. Winning Survivor is all social game. All social game. Like, yeah, you can be good at the games and like win immunity a few times, but you're cooked at the end if you didn't play a good social game. And I don't have the capacity for either. I'm not physically fit enough to perform well in the immunity challenges. I have absolutely no passion, ambition, or drive, so I would make no effort at the team camp. And I hate people. So I would go off on a rock by myself, and I'd be like snorkeling in the fucking Fiji oceans, being like, look, a lionfish. And everyone else is like trying to fucking weave a tent and trying to save up their strength. Trying to cook their rice and win at the auction, win like a burger and a pizza. Not me. Not Julia. I would do so poorly on Survivor. Sometimes they have the seasons that are like very like not as physically challenging. They're like brain teasers and puzzles and stuff. Like whatever season it was with Yao Man. You know my boy Yao Man, justice for Yao Man, by the way. That season I could have done well in, except they had a whole stretch where one team like didn't get food for a week. Once again, I would just close my mouth, plug my nose, and walk into the ocean, into the abyss. If I was a week without food. Peace and love. Peace and love. That was my Survivor rant, I guess. And all of it for a man who was gay and wanted nothing to do with me and my feminine wiles. What a joke. I ended the week, that feels like a harsh transition. I ended the week by visiting my cousins in New Jersey. These are not my direct cousins. They're very distant cousins. So I really like grew up only seeing them like once a year or so on like family vacations. And they're older and they've got 2 kids that are ages 6 and 3. And I don't know, I just was feeling like I wanted a little break from the city. I wanted to see some suburban life. They had a really cool house and I wanted to go check it out. And I always knew they were like a train ride away. So I was like, fuck it. I have nothing to do this weekend. I'm going to go visit my cousins. So I went. And first of all, huge shout out in a negative light to the fucking SEPTA train. I transferred from the NJ Transit to the SEPTA train. Fuck you guys, because no train that I've ever been on in the godforsaken tri-state area requires you to have the ticket to board and leave the train. So I'm fucking leaving the train and they're like, "Where's your ticket?" And I'm like, "They took it when I got on." And they're like, "You're supposed to keep it." And I was like, "Girl, I don't know what pocket or freaking pouch in my backpack the ticket is in, this little piece of paper." And I was like, "I've never ridden this train before. I've never been here before. Who on earth is supposed to know that?" And then the woman at the gate was like, "Well, don't let it happen again." I was like, "Don't worry, ma'am. I will never be taking this train again because that is weird." But then I went to my cousin's house. Again, the 2 children, 6 and 3. Holy shit. Kids are so exhausting. And these were really cute kids and generally well behaved. I just find kids to be so exhausting. Not that I don't like kids. In fact, let me state for the record, please, that kids tend to really like me. I'm pretty good with them. I vibe with a little kid, but they are so tiring. And I cannot imagine having a child and being like, "This never ends. I'll wake up tomorrow and they'll still be here." Like, that's nuts. And the energy they have is crazy. They're climbing and jumping off things, and they're boys, so they're beating the shit out of each other. I don't know what that... I feel like my sister and I did not, like, punch each other ever. Maybe that's a me thing, and I know my sister and I have a big age gap. Maybe that's it. But these boys, like, full body weight punching each other, tackling each other to the ground, building Lego sets and destroying the other one's Lego set. Like, they're menacing. They're causing a ruckus. But they were really cute. And I eventually really won their favor by, I was giving them trivia, and they really liked it. Of course, they're little kids, so my trivia, I was like, "Name a yellow fruit that you peel." And they were buzzing in. They're like, "Banana!" I was like, "Very good. 2 points." And I was like, "Answer like Jeopardy." "What is banana?" I said, "This is something sweet that you eat on your birthday." Birthday cake, birthday cake. I was like, 10 points to Gryffindor. I was keeping them pretty entertained. The highlight of visiting my cousins, though, was their dog. I loved their dog. Never met their dog before. It was a big old golden doodle. His name was Jasper. He was so cute. He loved me. Me and him, we had a spiritual connection. That fucker followed me all over the place. If I was sitting in a chair, his ass was under the chair. When I went to bed, he slept in the bed with me. We spooned the entire night. At like 5 a.m, I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I left the door open while I went to the bathroom because I was like, I don't want to trap him in here. Like, if he's been waiting to leave all night, like, I'll let him leave. Don't you know, this bitch just went under the covers with me and nestled even closer to me. He wanted to be in my skin. I loved him. What does it say about me, though, that I retained and, like, resonated with the details of the dog more than the children? You know, what does that say? Unsure. It was a good little escape. And then we went out to breakfast the next day because I stayed the night there. And they live in a really cute little town in Jersey. It's like not far from Philly. And it was so cute. It kind of reminded me of like Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls. I was like, this is Jersey? I thought Jersey was the armpit of America, but this is pretty nice. I was vibing. So I had a good week. That's the moral of the story. I don't really have anything else to report. I feel good. I feel like I was really motivated this week because it was a busy week, and that's when I perform my best. Also, I had the pleasure this week of having coffee with Carly Heitner, who is in the influencer theater world, and she was such a badass, and she gave me great advice. So she made me feel like I was in a really good place career-wise. So I'm feeling fairly positive going into this week. Another thing I want to tell you while I got you here, ladies and gents, is that at the end of the month, I will be performing in Chicago with my boy Connor Willie in our comedy tour at Pesto and Goat Cheese. And we have a very special guest, Anthony Kaz. You may or may not know him from TikTok. He's fucking hilarious. And he likes to yap just as much as Connor and I do. So if you are in the Chicago area, you should for sure get tickets March 28th. All the info is in the link in my bio, and I'll probably post on Instagram about it soon. But go check that out because I'd love to see some of y'all in Chicago. And can't wait to tell you more about my adventures in the Windy City. Am I right? All right. That's all I got. I got a busy week next week, so this next episode will also be exciting. But this just ended up being me talking a lot about Survivor. I think I hope I wouldn't be the first one voted out. That's like my absolute minimum accomplishment. I would like to not be the first one voted out. Can we make that happen? Can someone call Daddy Jeff Probst? Tell him I want to lick his chest, but also that I don't want to be the first one voted out? Thanks. All right, I'll see you next week.